Royals versus uber-rich. If you're like us, you probably spend a lot of your time watching how extremely wealthy people spend their money. However, we found out there are actually two different types of rich people. Extremely wealthy royals who were born into a life of wealth and luxury, and others who had to think, work and scratch their way to the top. We'll call them the uber-rich. So we got thinking, who is richer, royals or the uber-rich? To answer that, we decided to compare the top 5 royals with the top 5 richest people in the world. What team comes out on top, royals or uber-rich? If you'd like to know, then join us in today's video. Number 5. The British royal family versus Bill Gates. Right off the gate, pun intended, we begin our list with a really fierce battle for number 5. It's the British royal family battling it out with Bill Gates. While we would definitely pay to see Bill Gates and King Charles III duke it out, we have a different arrangement planned. We want to see who is richer. The British royal family. You know them, they probably ruled your country one time. It's the British royal family. While they're at number 5 in terms of wealth, they are not to be trifled with and are arguably the most powerful family on our planet. Their wealth and power knows no bounds. Well, not no bounds, but at least 16 countries. The British royal family is currently headed by King Charles III, who sits on a net worth of $600 million. That's cool and all, but the British royal family is actually worth an incredible $88 billion. That sounds pretty insurmountable. How can our uber-rich contestant compete? Bill Gates. $88 billion is quite the number to compete with, but being the co-founder of Microsoft and its former CEO, Bill Gates could actually come out on top. Let's see. Aside from being the co-founder of what is only the biggest software corporation in the world, Bill Gates has several investments and companies that make him the recipient of a whopping $108 billion net worth. That's about $20 billion more than our royal contestants. Amazingly, Bill Gates wins our first round. That's 1 point for the uber-rich. Keep watching to see how Bill Gates' interesting counterparts fare against the other stinkingly rich royals on our list. Number 4. The royal family of Abu Dhabi versus Larry Ellison. At number 4, the royal family of Abu Dhabi is pitted against Larry Ellison. Who will come out on top? Let's find out. The royal family of Abu Dhabi. The Al Nahyan dynasty rules Abu Dhabi, and at the top of the family tree is Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Just like his father, Sheikh Mohammed Al Nahyan currently serves as the Emir of Abu Dhabi. And even more ridiculous is the fact that this guy doubles as President of the United Arab Emirates. So, how much does sitting in these two illustrious positions get you? A stunning net worth of $30 billion. But this is Mohammed's net worth only. The royal family of Abu Dhabi actually have a net worth of $150 billion. That's crazy. A large portion of this wealth is from the country's oil, but that's not to say the family doesn't have other investments as well. More importantly, how will our uber-rich contestant fare against this Middle Eastern behemoth? Larry Ellison. You can be forgiven for not knowing who Larry Ellison is, but you definitely know his company, Oracle. The corporation is currently valued at $237 billion and continues to grow larger every passing year. Aside from being the founder of the database giant, Larry is a shrewd businessman. He owns a large stake in Tesla, runs the Indian Wells tennis event, and owns a private island in Hawaii which he acquired for around $300 million. What is Larry's net worth? For all his investments, stakes, businesses and salaries, Larry is currently worth $101 billion. That's incredible, but it puts him almost $50 billion below the competition. After 2 rounds, we have a tie, which makes the rest of this video even more exciting. Next is round 3. Number 3. The royal family of Qatar versus Jeff Bezos. Things are really starting to heat up. It's round 3 and Bezos faces off against the richest family in Qatar. The royal family of Qatar. The Tanis run Qatar, and their head is none other than the Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. Why do you think this royal family is so rich? Oil? Weapons? No. Contrary to popular belief, the Tanis have made a lot of money from investing in real estate, and we mean heavily. The family has stakes in buildings like London Shard, the Olympic Village and Harrods. They also have investments outside real estate like Barclays and Volkswagen. As the third richest, the royal family of Qatar has a net worth of $355 billion. Now, that's some serious dough. Speaking of serious dough, the Qatar royals face stiff competition from Bezos, who has been the richest man in the world on multiple occasions. So let's see if he can swing this point the uber-rich way. Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is the founder of Amazon, the largest online retailer in the world. That's basically selling things online, and for this generation, that's the most exciting ever. So it's no surprise Bezos has made more than $1 billion. In 2022, Amazon made more than $500 billion in revenue. Bezos also owns Blue Origin, the Washington Post, and Whole Foods groceries, to name a few. The 59-year-old currently has a net worth of $195 billion. Crazy, but not enough. The Royals take this round, making it 2-1. Let's head on to the next round. Round 2. Number 2. The royal family of Kuwait versus Bernard Arnault. For most people not subscribed to our channel, these names may sound strange, but if these guys are second on the list and you don't know them, then you really need to see this battle. The royal family of Kuwait. The Al Sabah family runs Kuwait, a country in the Arabian Peninsula. For a more realistic view of where exactly Kuwait is, they are bounded by Saudi Arabia, Iran and Iraq. This strategic position and vast oil reserves are only some of the reasons why Kuwait and its highest-ranked royals are so wealthy. The Al Sabah family has been ruling the country since 1752. The family has made a lot of money from greatly investing in almost every major company in the United States. The family has amassed a daunting net worth of $360 billion. Can Bernard Arnault surpass this? Let's look at who this guy is. Bernard Arnault. Billionaires are hardly out of the news, and Bernard Arnault is one such billionaire. It's understandable when you find out that this guy is the richest man in France. So what exactly does he do? Well, Bernard is the chairman of LVMH, Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton. LVMH is the largest maker of luxury goods in the world, and they manage several other luxury products like music megastar Rihanna's Fenty. The Frenchman also has his hands in all other sorts of businesses. If it's business, leave it to Bernard. From a lifetime of selling luxury goods, Bernard is currently worth a ridiculous $198 billion. How? That's a lot of money, but not enough to surpass the Kuwait royals, who have almost $150 billion more. The uber-rich are officially out of the competition, but let's see if the number 1 contestant can bring much-needed consolation to the team. For the final round, the royal family of Saudi Arabia goes head-to-head against tech billionaire Elon Musk. This is already super exciting. The royal family of Saudi Arabia versus Elon Musk. We are down to the boss battle. In the main event, 2 number 1s on their respective lists go head-to-head. Who comes out on top? Let's see. The royal family of Saudi Arabia. This royal family is the richest of all royals, no argument. They typically run the affairs of all the other families on this list, except the British royal family. The royal family of Saudi Arabia is the House of Saud. While the family is currently headed by the King of Saudi Arabia, King Salman Al Saud, everyone knows who is really pulling the strings: Mohammed bin Salman. You must have seen his face on TV or somewhere, and now you finally know who he is. Mohammed bin Salman, or MBS, is the Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia. He is also the de facto ruler of the nation, and he alone has access to all $1.4 trillion of the Al Saud's family net worth. Incredible! How do they have so much? 2 words: Saudi Aramco. What is that? Saudi Aramco is only the most profitable oil company in the world, with revenue reaching more than $350 billion every year. The company is controlled by Saudi royals, so in essence, it is controlled by MBS. You must be thinking, this guy must be super rich and powerful. Yes, he is. To find out more about MBS and his trillion-dollar fortune, check out the video link in the description. But right now, let's see if Elon has $1 trillion stashed somewhere to help his team save face. Elon Musk. If you've not seen him on SNL or on the Joe Rogan podcast, then you must have seen one of his many hilarious tweets on Twitter. Yep, Musk likes tweeting so much that he bought Twitter. When Musk is not tweeting about dueling with the current president of Russia, you'll find him running one of his other multi-billion-dollar companies, like his electric vehicle manufacturing company, Tesla, or his space exploration one, SpaceX. That's not to say he doesn't have more companies, as Musk also owns The Boring Company, Neuralink, and Starlink. All great companies, but can they take him over his competition's $1 trillion mark? Not even by a little. While Musk is expected to be the first man to be worth $1 trillion, he isn't quite there yet. The eccentric billionaire has a net worth of $283 billion. That's more than $1 trillion short. Unfortunately for the uber-rich, the score stands at 4-1. You just can't beat royalty. Which billionaire or royal is your favourite? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, then you must check out the video where we take a look at what the richest royals spend their billions on. See you soon!